This is The High Road with Keith Warren. We are on a mission to unite all sportsmen.
Just landed in Montreal and going to go on an adventure. Got about an hour and 20-minute ride. And I've heard a lot about this place. I don't know a whole lot about this place. So come on with me, we're going to find out what happens.
Laurentian Wildlife is located an hour-and-a-half drive from Montreal, close to Mont-Tremblant in Quebec, Canada. Laurentian Wildlife is a trophy hunting estate located here in Mont-Tremblant, Canada. We primarily focus on trophy elk and red stag. The terrain here at Laurentian Wildlife varies. We have some open meadows and a lot of rolling hill country. We have a lot of dark timber and hardwood stands, and coupled with some more swampy beaver meadow-ish areas that really kind of draw the animals out of the dark timber towards the evenings. Our hunts typically will start in August and we can go all the way through the winter. So really whenever a hunter wants to come, we can accommodate you. Well, it's right in the first part of October right now, and the elk and stags are in the middle of their rut. They are very vocal and they're all fired up and ready to go. Basically, we cater to a hunter that's just looking for a quality trophy experience closer to home than other parts of the world might offer. Due to the varied terrain, this is a perfect venue for any type of hunter, from a father-son to an elderly hunter, or to someone looking to bring their girlfriend or wife along. The accommodations are fantastic, and the hunting, with the varied terrain, we can handle the most experienced, most athletic hunter to someone that might not be in peak physical condition. And we strive to take care of any type of hunter. We like to tailor our hunts to a hunter's specific preference. If a hunter is a rifle hunter who typically hunts from a stand, we have tree stands and box blinds set up for those type of hunters. However, a lot of hunters choose to do the spot and stock type of hunting, which is one of our favorite ways as well. And there's a lot of great opportunity for any type of hunting the hunter wants to do. We specifically tailor their hunt to fit their preference of hunting style. Our company policy is to have every hunter, upon their arrival, fire their firearm a few times, just so we make sure that their rifle's accurate. We have a lit rifle range, so no matter what time the hunter arrives, we can make sure that we get the shots we need to get to make sure the rifle's right where we want it before we hit the field in the morning.
They're in the hole. The weather in Quebec, well, in September it can really be bad or it can be really good. It just turns out when we showed up at the most beautiful place I'd ever been, the weather was horrible. It was drizzly, nasty, and we didn't think we'd see anything, but boy, were we wrong. For those of you who have not hunted in Quebec, you don't realize how game-rich that entire area is. The thing that's interesting to me is I've been all over Quebec. I've hunted for all different kinds of stuff, but I never had even heard of Laurentian until recently. And they told me that less than an hour and a half away from Montreal was some of the best elk hunting in the world. He's coming. This guy's coming. He's coming. We have run out of camera light. And you talk about a change, boy, this morning it was nasty weather and the bulls weren't making any noise at all. And all of a sudden the clouds blow out of here and it starts getting cold. It's supposed to be in the 30s in the morning. So tomorrow, I'm pretty pumped about it. It ought to be a pretty good day as long as it doesn't rain. I'm gonna show y'all something. If this was on my place, I would be some kind of chapped. I mean, an elk did that to a beautiful little tree. Bad elk. Really, really bad elk. We'll have to see if we can find him and learn him something.
This is The High Road. Brought to you in part by Savage Arms, Diamond Archery, Record Rack Deer Feeds, Bad Boy Mowers and Bad Boy Multi-Terrain Vehicles, and Supercharged Scent Killer by Wildlife Research Center. Beyond 99%.
Keith, let's go ahead and knock our scent off before we get started.
Okay. Oh, my brand, baby.
With the rut going on right now in the end of September, early October, it's a perfect time to stalk these animals. You know, you can get down and they're very vocal, so you can really get a beat on where they are. And we do a lot of calling and bringing the animals to us. I know that Keith's a big bow hunter, and we like to cater to bow hunters, but on this hunt, Keith just brought along his Savage. The weather at this time of year can be very different from day to day. We started off with a lot of rain, warm weather up in the 70s, and then overnight it got down into the low 30s, and we had a lot of frost this morning, and the weather just has been changing. The leaves are beautiful and very colorful this time of year up here.
We slipped up into a really cool looking spot. I can smell bulls. Take a look at this. We're looking for the guy that made this right here. If we can find him, we've got 140 grains of some pretty lethal stuff for him. This is a Savage model 116-270 caliber. And it's my personal rifle. I shoot 500-600 yards very comfortably and very confidently. And one way I do that is, you'll notice on the stock I've got my ballistics chart written out. And you go to the internet, you can actually find out what weight bullet you're shooting with what caliber rifle. And it will pre-calculate how much bullet drop that you have, so you know how many clicks to adjust your scope. Now, the reason why I can shoot confidently is because I know how many clicks I need to adjust the turrets on the scope. Now, these turrets will wind up, you can pull them up and you can adjust them and push them back down, both on the top and on the side. But it's always important to remember where your zero is. And so what I have done, I zero my rifle in at 100 yards, it's shooting dead on at 100 yards. What I'll wind up doing is, once I have my zero, I take a pocket knife. You'll notice on the turrets I have a little score, just a little score on my vertical and my horizontal adjustments, where I always know what my zero is. And that's one way that I find out that I have a tremendous amount of confidence shooting 500 and 600 yards with just a factory 270 rifle. The best thing I like about elk hunting is the fact that they actually hunt you when you hunt them in the rut. It's cool. It's kind of like hunting about a 700 to 800 pound turkey, but one that can smell you. You know, sometimes spot and stalk elk hunting, it works, sometimes it doesn't. The only thing that works all the time, I tell people, is gravity. Well, on this hunt, I'm having a really, really hard time getting elk to come in vocal, and that's what I like. I want them to come in and making a racket, but they're not doing it. So really the only other choice that we have at this point is either hunt food or water. So we're gonna hunt right in between the two, right off a meadow, right on the way to their water hole. Oh, that's a pretty bull. He's making a wallow. Oh, gosh.
A lot of the time you'll see elk or stags wallowing, creating a wallow. A wallow is an area, small puddle-ish area you might say, where they churn it up, urinate in it, make it extremely muddy and stinky, and they roll around in it, rub their antlers in it, and when one leaves, another one will probably be there pretty quick. So they're always a good place to sit on and hope you might get a shot. The red stag we have here are absolutely world class. You can find stags anywhere from 300 inches all the way up, almost topping the scales at 600 inches. So we have some truly world class animals, and for a hunter looking for any size of a beautiful stag, we can get it done. During the rut, the stags will roar. And if you've never experienced a roar, it is one of the pinnacles and highlights of hunting. It sounds like Jurassic Park in these woods sometimes, and let me tell you, it'll get your blood boiling. Sometimes the stags will chase each other around. They might get a lot closer to a hunter than you might want.
there, sports fans, was cool.
This is The High Road. Brought to you in part by Glock, Reconyx Game Cameras, Chaffee Pasture in a Bag, Valley View Whitetails, Shadow Hunter Blinds, and Burt Coyote's Luminoc and Lumineros.
While Keith's hunting with a rifle, we have 3 bow hunters from Massachusetts out here as well. Turns out the 2 of our bow hunters, Paul and Scott, were a father-son combination and chose to hunt together.
Going out today with my dad was just incredible. The stuff that we put together today, trying to get on some elk today, was memories that can't be fabricated and can't be faked.
Anybody out there who has a son or a daughter and they want to hunt, I suggest you take them out. It is the best one-on-one you'll ever have with your family. I'm from the old school. I still shoot with a recurve and no sights, finger release. I've been shooting like that since the 60s. I've killed a lot of animals with my little recurve, so I'm staying with my recurve. We've been hunting the whole day and we had come across a nice big elk. It was just awesome, and I was able to get in position to shoot, but I couldn't get the shot. And so my son was behind me videotaping, because today was my day to shoot and he was videotaping. But I could see that with my recurve I couldn't make a clean kill, whereas I knew my son, deadly at 60 yards. So I told my son, go ahead, take the shot. Shot a good, clean kill shot. So I was really, really happy. He kind of thanked me. He goes, thanks, Dad. Hey, for you, son, love you.
One of the greatest things for myself and all the staff here at Laurentian Wildlife is really watching the excitement and the joy someone gets out of taking a lifelong trophy. It makes it all worthwhile. I think most of us can agree that we all need to pay respect to the animal. They give their life for our enjoyment, and you know, we all have to pay our respects to the animal. However, Keith has his own way of paying respect to the animals, and it's pretty unusual.
All right, if you wonder what this is a delicacy in some parts of the country, and I love them. These are testicles, elk testicles. And I'm going to show you this. This one is already ready to start to wash off and then slice up and to cook. And that right there is a delicacy. Some people say, I wouldn't eat my lamb. The people that say that have never eaten one of them.
Delicious. They're very good. Now what are these? Rocky Mountain oysters. Rocky Mountain oysters?
No, they're Quebec oysters. Go ahead, try
Quebec
one.
oysters. Manitobain oysters. Smells good. That wouldn't look bad.
Go ahead, tell them. What do you think?
I gotta admit they're pretty good.
Doggone right, they're good. What'd they think? What'd they think?
Everyone here at the lodge said they liked what Keith prepared. However, I think they were just doing it to make him happy. I really like the way Keith hunts. Him and I have a very similar style of hunting. We like to take the game to the animal, get on the ground, spot and stalk, but sometimes these animals just stop talking, and you have to go to a point, pinch point, a funnel, or a feeding area where you know that the animals are most likely to come.
The elk are a no-show this morning. It is hard to believe that last night the stags and the elk were all around here, and this morning they're gone, vanished. I mean, they're back in the thick forest, and I guess we're gonna try to go in there after them. That's all I know what to do. When it doesn't work out, all I can say is it's frustrating. It's really frustrating, but there's always the next time. I have an old saying. I should have lived by it for sure, maybe. That old saying is, shoot on the first day what you'd shoot on the last. Maybe I should have shot yesterday, but the game plan is right now. The animals are back in the thick forest. Trent says we're going to ankle express it. We're going to get back there and see if we can call and sneak around and get close enough to a nice one for a shot.
This is The High Road. Brought to you in part by Oilfield Camo, iHuntAmerica.com, BSA Optics, Gammo Air Guns, and Jordan Consumer Solutions, makers of the Game Saber.
Oh, look at this sun here. About the furthest shot you're going to have out here at Laurentian is going to be, I don't say you shoot 100 yards, you're going to probably shoot 70 yards, 60 yards. And so it's a perfect place for an archer, but I decided to bring my Savage. We're going to set up in the same exact spot that we were last night. We're going to get here early. I think we got here last night maybe a little bit late, so we're going to set up here early and just see what happens. There he is. Good Lord, look at him come through there. I don't have a shot. He's behind the tree. Holy smokes, look at that bull. Holy cow. I cannot shoot. I got this tree right in front of me. I have no shot. That tree is right there. Okay, here you go. Okay. Here we go. You there? Hey. Boom! Got him. Nice shot, Keith. Oh, I love it when a plan comes together. Got him. I dumped him on his butt. Look at that. All right, let's go see that bad boy. Golly. Look at that. What a bull. What a bull.
Look at the size of this one.
Look at that. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh. That's awesome. That is awesome. Look how many points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I guess I'm gonna count that one 9. I can count that one as 9, can't I? Look at that. What a beautiful bull. Laurentian is just a special place. I mean, this place, you know, it's just outside of Montreal. What, an hour and a half?
Yep, hour and a half.
I mean, you can fly right into Montreal and be up here in an hour and a half. And they start running hunts in August. And I mean, I've gone to New Zealand, I don't know how many times. I've taken chamois and tar over there that you don't have here, but you've got world-class red stag. So if you don't like long airplane flights, like this, an 11-hour flight over there just from LA, and you want to kill a red stag, this is a place. And if you want to kill a great big bull elk, Trent, if you would, give everybody your website and your telephone number.
It's www.laurentianwildlife.com. Phone number is 819-687-9111.
And they can handle rifle hunters, bow hunters, they can handle you. And if you want to go to a great place, I mean, just beautiful country. There's not a prettier place on earth. If there is, I want to hear from you. Anyway, Laurentian Wildlife Estates up here in Quebec. Thanks for watching. Trent, thank you.
Thank you, Keith.
And we'll see you next week. And always remember to take the high road. Just one of the things that makes our country great is the freedom of private land ownership. And to celebrate that, we have created a brand new program called Ranch Properties TV. that airs right here on the Pursuit Channel. To find out more about Ranch Properties TV, log on to ranchpropertiestv.com.
If you have a question, comment, or a story that you'd like to see on the high road, let me hear from you. You can contact me online at keithwarren.net. Closed captioning is brought to you by New Supercharged Scent Killer by Wildlife Research Center. Beyond 99%. This program, like all of our programs, is dedicated to the brave men and women of the United States military, past, present, and future. May God bless America.